Are you playing it safe? Are you letting fear or distraction hold you back from building something truly significant? I'm David Heacock, founder and CEO of Filterbuy. I scaled this business from zero to $250 million a year, and I'm on a mission to build the world's leading indoor air quality company. These are the principles that guide me every day. Principle number 1, embrace obsession. It's not optional for big goals. People sometimes give obsession a negative connotation. Forget that. If you want to do something truly big, something world-class, obsession is a requirement. Why? Because you will be competing against someone who is obsessed. For over 12 years, Filterbuy has been the first thing I think about when I wake up 7 days a week. Vacations aren't breaks from it, they're strategic resets from it. Time to frame the next move. It means fewer hobbies, my life is my family, and my business. Obsession isn't about needing willpower. Willpower breaks. Obsession is the engine. It's what keeps you going when things get incredibly hard. When you have to figure it out because there's no other option. What are you willing to become obsessed with to achieve your biggest goal? Recognize you're competing with other people who already are. Principle number 2, cultivate unrelenting focus. Say no to almost everything. Focus isn't just working hard, it's working hard on the right things and ruthlessly eliminating distraction. As an entrepreneur, shiny objects are everywhere. The discipline is tying every activity back to your core mission. I learned this the hard way. During COVID, freight was chaotic. I thought, how hard can it be? I'll start my own freight business. Boy, was that hubristic. I bought 50 trucks, millions of dollars in equipment, partly lured by a tax incentive. That business never operated profitably. It cost me $3 to $4 million directly, but the real cost was the distraction, the lost energy, the opportunity cost for Filterbuy. Getting distracted is easy, especially when you can rationalize it. Ironically, the easiest person to fool is oftentimes yourself. Since shutting that down and refocusing, we're stronger. What activities are you doing that don't directly serve your primary mission? Be honest. Cut them. Focus is your most valuable, non-renewable resource. Principle number 3. Define your mission, your North Star beyond money. Why are you really doing this? If it's only just money, you'll eventually hit a wall or lose motivation. A powerful, direct mission provides purpose, direction, and resilience. Around 40, I faced this. We were successful. I could have sold, had hundreds of millions of dollars in the bank, and retired. But I asked myself, what then? I knew I'd be miserable without a purpose, without building something, avoiding that rich guy on a yacht fate. That led to defining the mission. Build the world's leading indoor air quality company. It's something I can work on for the rest of my life. Your mission fuels obsession and focus. It helps you make hard decisions. It attracts the right people. It's what you can articulate to your team. Our values, like a bias to action, drive directly from this mission and guide how we operate and coach. What is your mission? Make sure you articulate it clearly. Is it big enough to sustain you through decades of effort? If not, then it's time to rethink it. Principle number 4, master resilience and learn from failure. Problems are solvable. Let me give you a real-world example of mastering resilience. Back in the early days, trying to manufacture filters, we hit a wall. We were using cold glue, but in the Alabama humidity, it just wouldn't dry. We were wasting about half of our raw material. We couldn't fulfill orders. It was panic time. I desperately started calling around and somehow found a company in Indiana with a hot glue laminator, something I didn't even know existed. By sheer luck, they had one in stock. I spent basically the last 55 grand I had, rented a Penske truck, drove all night to Indiana, got trained, drove back all night, and started training my team that Saturday morning, where I almost cut my finger clean off. I still got the scar to prove it. That was a breaking point, but we solved it. In solving that problem, that built some real foundational confidence. But you also learned that resilience doesn't stop being important. Fast forward several years, I made another big, costly mistake. With a partner, I bought a $5 million HVAC service business down here in South Florida. The problem? The business wasn't what they represented it to be. Looking back, I rushed it. It was an arrogant decision, thinking we could just fix anything. We ended up having to shut down that business, and it cost us over $4.5 million. Painful? Absolutely. But here's the key. We didn't just walk away defeated. We took those painful learnings, spent time building our own operational playbook from the ground up, and now we're building Filterbuy HVAC solutions the right way, methodically, based on what we learned. So you see, failure isn't fatal. It's just expensive data sometimes. You have to embrace the hits, figure out why it happened, adapt your approach, and get back in the game. Real confidence, the kind that lasts, comes from knowing you can figure the next problems out because you've got the scars and the lessons from solving the last one. Principle number 5, build unstoppable momentum. Progress breeds progress. Let's talk about momentum. This is something I believe is absolutely crucial, both in life and definitely in business. See, you're either moving forward, progressing, or you're sliding back, regressing. There really isn't a steady state. And while positive momentum feels fantastic, the trick is you have to actively build it and work hard to keep it. I've believed in this for a long time. When I was just 16, I named my first real venture selling computers on eBay Momentum Corp. And you see how this plays out. Just last summer, we hit a rough patch at Filterbuy. We had some technical issues, including a major glitch on Prime Day where a big deal failed to run. That likely cost us around $2 million in expected revenue just from that one event. Things definitely slowed down for a bit, and I hated that feeling. But here's the thing. Having been through these business cycles before, I knew exactly what we needed to do. Get straight back to the fundamentals. That meant pushing hard on marketing, pushing hard on sales, just grinding it out day in and day out. And the result? Now we're actually over-indexing. We've regained that momentum and then some. It really comes down to consistent action that's aligned with your main focus. Those small wins start stacking up. So when you inevitably lose momentum, because it happens to everyone, the key is not to dwell on it. You've got to quickly identify what caused the slowdown, double down on those core fundamental actions that actually create progress, and consciously push that flywheel until it starts spinning faster again. So think about it. Where have you lost momentum? And what's the fundamental action you need to take starting today to get it back? Principle number 6, earn confidence through doing. Skills are freedom. Confidence isn't just something you're born with. True, deep confidence is earned. It comes from acquiring skills, understanding the details, solving hard problems, and knowing you can navigate challenges because you've done the work. I didn't outsource core functions early on. I learned manufacturing, marketing, finance, logistics. It was brutal. But understanding every function intimately allows me to lead effectively now. It gives me the confidence that if I lost everything tomorrow, I have the skills to rebuild. That is freedom. People who get money without earning the skills often live in fear, a scarcity mindset, afraid to lose it because they don't know how to get it back. Earned confidence creates an abundance mindset. You're not afraid to take calculated risk because you back yourself. What critical skills do you need for your goal? Stop waiting for confidence to appear. Go do the thing. Learn the skill, solve the problem. Confidence is a byproduct of competence. Principle number 7, engineer accountability. Willpower isn't enough. Especially as a bootstrapped entrepreneur without a board, you need external accountability because willpower inevitably fails. You have to design systems and relationships that force you to follow through. I work with Dr. Julie Gerner, a business performance coach. It forces accountability. If I tell her I'm focusing on X, she'll ask about it. I don't want to let her down. It's the same reason I have a personal trainer. 6 days a week, 6:30 a.m., either on Zoom when I'm traveling. I know I wouldn't maintain that consistency otherwise because my business obsession would provide endless excuses not to do it. A big reason I'm doing these videos, going public with my mission, is to create accountability. I've told the world I'm building a $1 billion company and beyond. I've burned the boats, just like when I decided to leave Goldman. That pressure is a powerful motivator. So, look at your weak points. Where does your willpower fail? How can you engineer accountability? Find a coach, join a mastermind, declare your goals publicly. I don't care how you do it. Set up reporting systems. Don't rely on willpower alone. Actively build those guardrails. Those are the 7 principles. Embrace obsession, cultivate focus, define your mission, master resilience, build momentum, earn confidence, and engineer accountability. Building something significant isn't easy. It takes time, persistence, and facing down your fears and failures. It requires you to be intentional about how you operate. For me, it comes back to purpose and avoiding regret. What impact do you want to have? What will you regret not trying on your deathbed? Use that as fuel. It this resonated, follow my journey as I continue to build Filterbuy and work towards that $1 billion vision. What's the one principle you're going to focus on implementing today? Thanks for watching. Now go build something meaningful.